run some errands. Please tidy up this place. Wow, how did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Blue Creek and Belize City on February 7th and 14th respectively. All participants will get a free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love Your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February, only at Benquit Equipment Parts Service.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, BCWJ protests in front of BTL's headquarters in Belize City. State of the region report warns Central America is in its worst shape since the 1980s. La Democracia Village resident charged for murder of Paul Smith. And San Pedro welcomes Artisans Market to its community. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure, you ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? The poor man out there, man, that's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders, they're too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Ota!
Like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Thursday, February 5th, 2026. I am Julian Cruz. Today, the Belize Communications Workers for Justice, the BCWJ, staged their 3rd protest in the last few weeks. The protest was held in Belize City in front of BTL's headquarters, and while the other protests that took place this week were regarding BTL's proposed acquisition of SpeedNet, the BCWJ says that they're protesting for something else, their severance. Late last year, the Caribbean Court of Justice ordered Belize Telemedia Limited to pay their farmer workers severance, and while BTL has settled with around 70 employees, Emily Turner of the BCWJ says that over 175 workers have yet to receive their overdue payments from the company.
We are at 175 at this time. BTL has settled with 70 employees that we are aware of that were originally part of our list. As you can see, we had maybe 200, but then the list keeps growing. A lot of employees are contacting us. I guess it's a good thing we did start speaking about this publicly. And up to now, like I said, we have 175 that are still pending the settlement of the severance, and these are former employees of BTL. I do want to highlight that BTL stopped paying severance in 1994, and so when we look at when the judgment came out, it is 2025. It's 31 years that they have been violating this labor law of ours, where a severance is supposed to be paid to people that work in companies in Belize.
When it was a monopoly.
Yes, when it was all combined and made into a monopoly, which is then takes us to the conversation about creating monopolies. This is what was done, and they could have made that decision that severance would be taken out and the employees would then be compensated only with pensions. And I do want to highlight that why then is you get a pension, but you don't, but then we stop getting a severance. And what the CCJ said is that our pensions are set up that they are contribution. Every person that you see here contributed at least 3% of their salary for all the years that they worked. And so BTL was matching that contribution. So when they left, they got both those contributions. At the time, 3% with the salaries that they were making was not a lot. It's not a lot. The pension has gotten better because we were an organized group that always negotiated to increase the pension. But a lot of these people did not have that benefit of having pensions that were contributory of like 8%, I think that it is today. But the severance, what the CCJ is saying is that while you set up this pension, you have to account for severance. You have to have a separate amount that only the company will put aside for employees when they leave, because this severance payment is considered a social justice clause in our laws of Belize. So that's very important for us to explain to the public that these and other companies that have pensions set up, you cannot assume that the pensions can subsume the severance. You have to have a separate line that only the employer contributes, and that's then what would then make up that severance payment when the employee leaves. And if you don't have that, then you have to pay that to an employee when they leave.
This morning's protest by the Belize Communications Workers for Justice was initially planned to be the fourth rally for the week, as the union had applied to protest in front of BTL for multiple days in a row. According to Emily Turner, they had originally applied for 6 days in total, but the department denied the majority of their requests.
You guys remember we had said that we had gotten 6 days approved. On Monday, after we finished protesting, the police department told us that we must come to the Raccoon Street police station. When we arrived there, they shared with us a cancel order, I guess you would call it, where they denied us this freedom that we have to protest, right? They denied it for Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's why you didn't see us out here. And so what they did inform us is that they gave us Thursday, and they said, well, if we wanted Friday, we can apply. Well, we applied again on Tuesday, giving them 48 hours that is required by the law. Yesterday, they informed us that is also denied. They're denying that from us as well. So we have yesterday, we appealed it to the Commissioner of Police, because we are saying you cannot take away this right from us. You have to tell us why. I understand that they may be stretched in, but these are the laws, and we have the right to protest. So we have appealed it to him. They made contact that they acknowledge it, and so we right now are waiting to hear what will be the results of that appeal. But we are very disappointed that they would deny that from us, because that's our right. And as you guys have seen, this is a very peaceful protest. Nobody is running in there. The police are even falling asleep because it's not a big group. We're not a big group. We are an older group of people, and we just want to make this known. We have to make this known, because look, if we didn't do this, a lot of these people would be suffering in silence, while these type of companies are raped, they're abused, and big people like Michael Ashcroft, they start coming back to get money from companies like BTL.
The Belize Communications Workers for Justice, or the BCWJ, also responded to comments made by the Public Utilities Commission, One of the main concerns regarding the proposed BTL SpeedNet acquisition is that the move would create a telecommunications monopoly. In a press conference, the PUC stated that a monopoly would only exist in some markets and that different options would still be widely available for the public to choose from. Today, the BCWJ pushed back on those comments, stating that the PUC is trying to confuse the public.
They're trying to say that the monopoly, so again, technicalities, games, will confuse people, right? But we're not quite confused. BTL and Smart compete on mobile network, right? And so they're saying, but BTL will have, there's going to be competition in fiber, in content, so there's still going to be competition, but the majority of the customers are on mobile, right? And that's where a lot of us will get impacted. A lot of people prefer the BTL Diginet service because it's fiber, but that mobile is where they will be creating the monopoly. And that is where, when you have a player like this, he gets to control everything. He gets to control everything when they have a monopoly.
Yesterday, approximately 400 people gathered in front of BTL City for a protest organized by the United Democratic Party. I believe that should read the Social Security Board. With participation from several unions, while the demonstration began peacefully, members of the UDP reportedly attempted to storm the Social Security Board compound. After those efforts were unsuccessful, the group moved to the Belcan Bridge, where they blocked traffic for over an hour. Emily Turner of the BCWJ emphasized that her union will not support these actions, stating that all unions involved had intended for the protest to remain peaceful. We will go for our first break of the night and fix some issues and be right back with our second segment. Stay tuned.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Ota!
Like you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Oh yo, what's up bro?
Good,
Just Western Union moms a little money using DigiWallet. Uncle in the States paid me too, same app. Using DigiWallet. Bro, this is too easy. I can do this from anywhere. No lines, no hassle, it's just easy. Alright, gotta run bro. Take it easy.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your heart will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praises never stop. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest biggest gospel artist from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing, and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 501 from Capital City, Pepperpan. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Prince team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carballo and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival, yeah, Jesus, rocking on the world. I said,
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, Plus TV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival, yeah, Jesus.
All right, you're all set. I've swapped out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Da 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 Come to banquet, find your way. Engines roar at the break of day. Volvo outboard surf the waves. Castrol oil is what they crave. Live with power, feel the sound. Heavy machines shake the ground. Riding Honda, feeling proud. Rev it up and shout aloud. Feel the wind against your skins. Now so wide, let's begin. At banquet where dreams ignite. Gear up and let's take flight. Kohler's power runs our towns. JCB lifts heavy pounds. Find the tools to build your dreams. Benquip's got the best machines. Grip the wheel and never slip. Feel the rush, it's time to trip. Every brand you know and love. Benquip fits you like a glove. Feel the wind against your skins. Now so wide, let's begin. At Benquip where dreams ignite. Gear up and let's take flight.
Benquip, equipment, parts, service. We represent quality.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. Yota ara.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? A poor man out there, man. That's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken!
Ota!
Hey, you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your heart will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise will never stop. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my 2-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 5:01 from Capital City, Pemberton. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Praise Team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carvalho and his GCO group. Remember, Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world, I said Jesus.
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, Plus TV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus festival. Yeah, Jesus.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology.
At yesterday's protest, where approximately 400 people gathered in front of BTL's headquarters in Belize City, which was organized by the United Democratic Party and with participation of several unions, Emily Turner of the Belize Communication Workers for Justice emphasized that her union did not support the actions of storming the Belkan Bridge, that all unions involved had intended for the protest to remain peaceful. Here is her comments.
Yesterday, you joined with the other union members at the protest. But at the end of that, the president of the NTUCB was extremely upset because of the actions of the VP. Do you also distance yourself from their actions yesterday?
Yes, definitely. So we did a presentation to the NTUCB. We reached out and they gladly agreed. And I'm so happy that a lot of the presidents, current presidents and people that represent them on the General Council listened to us. We are now going to write them a letter to ask them for their support and express to them where we think we can join forces. So when they put out the notice that they would be going out there, we, as a smaller group of us, said, let's go, we will go and join. And so we stood behind the banner of the NTUCB, but we don't support. I will say this, the unions are a peaceful group. We've always been a peaceful group and we will maintain that. The UDP, that's their behavior. It's just, and if you want me to comment on it, to me, it's like another group just a fight because they want to be the next one. Jews can't word way, like, so when they go ready to go eat, one next group ready, one next group, something need for ready for eat, and that's what they're trying to prepare themselves. So we have no relationship with them. Whatever they're doing is just sometimes we have in this particular case, we have similar interests in terms of what we are objecting to. And we went out there, but under the NTUCB to support and show numbers along with their call to reject this BTL acquisition of SMART.
The seventh State of the Region report was presented today in the capital city of Belmopan. The report serves as a monitoring tool that tracks Central America's progress in sustainable human development and regional integration. Including data from Belize, the report warns that the region is experiencing its most severe and dangerous conditions since emerging from the political and military conflicts of the late 1980s. According to the findings, the regional setback is driven by several key factors, including widening development gaps, failures to advance sustainable human development in the post-pandemic period, an increasingly volatile political climate, escalating geopolitical tensions, and the impact of an internal diaspora that has weakened the region's capacity to address long-term strategic challenges. Report coordinator Alberto Mora highlighted these concerns during his presentation.
The landscape today looks very different from our first report in 1999. Back then, we noted that for the first time in 30 years, the region had just come through a positive decade. In this period, it had regained political stability and was entering a period of economic and social progress. Today, however, we warn that the region finds itself in its most dangerous position since that time. The first main idea states that development gaps within the region have deepened over the last 3 decades. A key factor widening these gaps was the profound transformation the region experienced during this period. It changed our society's economy, natural resources, and also our political systems.
In addition to declining coverage, the results of PISA 2022 tests revealed serious education quality issues in 5 of 8 countries of this region. The low coverage rates for secondary school will stop us from improving the education levels of the economically active population in the future. As you can see, in 2022, between 41% and 88% of the workforce had incomplete secondary education or less, a level too low to achieve higher labor productivity. While there were some environmental improvements during the pandemic, once health restrictions were lifted and economies reopened, countries continued deepening the environmentally unsustainable patterns of previous decades. The third main idea in this report shows that the region is facing its worst and most dangerous political period since the era of military conflicts. The region has become a laboratory of political systems. A wide variety of regimes coexist in this small territory, and this diversity in itself poses significant risks.
While the majority of the report was focused on the region, there were important findings as it relates to Belize. The findings of the report show that Belize, along with Honduras and Costa Rica, has intermediate levels of dependence on fossil fuels in the region, with Belize being the second highest at 55%. The aging population process in Belize is slower than in other Central American countries. The share of the population under 60 years old in Belize is 7%. It's 7% lower than in Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, and the Dominican Republic, with over 10%. Belize, Panama, El Salvador, and the Dominican Republic have the highest GDP growth during the period 2018 through to 2023. In Belize, it was related to the dynamism of tourism. As it relates to journalism, the findings show that political and partisan polarization hinders the independent work of the media. The full report is available for public review on Programa Estado Nacion's website. A 27-year-old resident of La Democracia village has been charged in connection with a deadly shooting that occurred earlier this week. Beniate Brandon, a laborer of La Democracia, was arrested this afternoon in the Belize City Magistrates Court on charges of murder and attempted murder. He is accused of fatally shooting Paul Smith Jr. and wounding 24-year-old Tyrese Lewis Allen during an incident on Tuesday morning, February 3, 2026. Brandon appeared before the Chief Magistrate in Court Number 1, where he was formally read the indictable offense. And due to the nature of the charges, bail was denied, and he was remanded to the Belize Central Prison until Monday, May 18, 2026. He was represented in court by attorney Orson O.J. Elrington. Police say the shooting occurred around 9 a.m. along First Street in La Democracia Village. Investigations revealed that Smith Jr. was walking with his girlfriend and Allen when a male suspect emerged from behind a house and fired several shots in their direction. Smith Jr. attempted to flee but later collapsed. He was transported to the Western Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Allen sustained a gunshot wound to the knee, was treated, and later released. Police report that surveillance footage from the area assisted in identifying and arresting the accused. Scenes of crime personnel processed the scene, where blood swabs and other items were recovered as part of the ongoing investigation. 45-year-old Maurice Usher Jr. has pleaded guilty to manslaughter in connection with the 2021 death of elderly Crooked Tree resident Jeffrey Crawford. Usher Jr., who was originally charged with murder, changed his plea on Wednesday before Justice Derek Sylvester in the Belize High Court. On the advice of his court-appointed attorney, Oscar Selgado, he entered a guilty plea to the lesser charge of manslaughter. His murder trial had commenced last week on January 29, 2026, after he initially pleaded not guilty. Justice Sylvester ordered several reports to be prepared before sentencing, including a social inquiry report, a psychiatric evaluation, a victim impact statement, and character witness statements. These reports are to be submitted to the court by February 19, 2026. Sentencing has been scheduled for March 3, 2026. Jeffrey Crawford was last seen on September 29, 2021, being taken from his home in Crooked Tree Village in his red Nissan Pathfinder. His body was later discovered in a shallow grave not far from his residence along the Philip Goldson Highway. Crawford had been reported missing days earlier, prompting public appeals from his family. Usher Jr. was the only person charged in connection with Crawford's death. GOB launches National Identification Bill consultation sessions. More on that story right after this break.
So this is how much I work to you then?
So what, you may want 3 then?
Sure. You ought to order.
Sure. And I may think flowers may romantic. Did you just get your girl 1 flower? Now you're in trouble? A poor man out there, man, that's sin.
Your girl doesn't just want 1 flower, she wants a garden.
But builders are too far.
That's why we brought the store to you.
At shopbuildersbz.com, we make it easier to find all your building needs. Shop anytime, enjoy delivery right at your door, and save with every purchase. For February only, first-time users get to enjoy a special reward when signing up.
Ken! Ota!
Hey, you do all of this?
Yes, with Builders Hardware.
Festival come to this very nation.
In Isaiah 30:29 it says, and you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival, and your heart will rejoice. The body of Christ will unite, and many hearts will rejoice on the Saturday, March 7, 2026 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 6 p.m. as a Heavenly's Productions brings to you Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
Featuring the hottest gospel artist coming out of the Bahamas, Sherwin Gardner.
So I say, with all of my heart and all of my soul, I worship you, O Jah. Tell them that the praise will never stop. All I want to do is give you the highest praise.
Also showcasing one of the biggest gospel artists from out of Trinidad and Tobago, Positive, dropping his hit tunes.
Rolling in my two-man army, my Jesus and I wanna sing out some sweet gospel reggae. Blessing after blessing, and nothing can hold it back.
And then it's the return of the biggest gospel band in Belize, Heavenly.
I'm gonna be heavenly's for life, serving Jesus Christ.
From Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the daughter of the world-famous televangelist Creflo Dollar, none other than Jordan Dollar, with her hit song. Also highlighting Genesis 5:01 from Capital City, Pemberton. Blind Sight, Genesis Gospel Band from Sugar City, Orange Walk. Reality Youth, Pastor Herman Blees and the Kings Park Praise Team, Pastor Frederick Gordon and Garin Carballo and his GCO group. Remember Jesus Festival.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus. Rocking on the world. I said,
Taking place Saturday, March 7, Belize Civic Center from 6 p.m. until. Bring out the entire family for a time of praising God and witnessing souls being saved and lives being recommitted to God. For tickets, call 615-4766. That's 615-4766. Sponsors: Angela's Press, Racina's Imports, Cellular World, Love FM, More FM, Quem Radio, Vibes Radio, PlusTV, Channel 7, Channel 5, and Wave Radio. Come on out and be blessed.
Jesus Festival. Yeah, Jesus.
truly a proud day for us here in the village as we inaugurate this rehabilitated Bully Tree Falls Community Center, a building that has long stood at the heart of our community. For generations, this center has been more than just a structure of concrete and steel. It has been a place where memories were made and lives were celebrated. It has hosted countless community gatherings, quinceaños celebrations, weddings, birthday parties, family reunions, meetings, and events that brought us together as one people.
I'm often criticized for projects like this, going to say, why is tourism investing in a community center? And I often say I'm not investing in a community center, I'm investing in the community, I'm investing in our people.
May this center continue to stand strong as a symbol of community, resilience, and togetherness for many years to come.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can whip it cream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Our Belize City is growing because of continued investment. From rehabilitated streets to expanding neighborhoods, significant investments are improving how our city functions and how our communities live. In the last 2 years alone, more than 250 streets have been rehabilitated, representing almost $34 million invested directly in physical infrastructure that improves access and quality of life. At the same time, the city continues to expand. Developments such as the Holy Emmanuel area, also known as Gungulung, reflect increased demand for land and housing as Belize City expands in a more sustainable and resilient way. These planned developments support safer communities and long-term sustainability, contributing to rising property values across the city. Under the Town's Property Evaluation Act, property values are required to be reviewed every 5 years. The last valuation adjustment was done in 2013. This adjustment simply brings property values closer to today's market reality, while the tax rate itself remains unchanged. Let's break it down. For a vacant property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 2% rate, which works out to a payment of $500. Under the new assessment, the property value has appreciated by 40%, making the property now worth $35,000. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 2% of $35,000, which works out to $700. For an occupied property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 10% rate, which works out to $2,500. Under the new assessment, the property's value has appreciated by 18%, making the property now worth $29,500. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 10% of $29,500, which works out to $2,950. To support property owners, your Belize City Council is encouraging residents to take advantage of the ongoing property tax prepayment incentives. Property owners receive 15% off in January, 10% off in February, and 5% in March. And senior citizens receive a 35% discount year-round. Remember, This adjustment represents an appreciation in your property's worth, not a change in tax rates, ensuring continued investment in your city while providing valuable data for informing investors, municipal bondholders, and individual credit assessments. And we want residents to know the law provides a clear mechanism for review and appeal if needed. Those who believe their valuation does not fairly reflect their property have the right to engage the Belize City Valuation Appeals Board. Your Belize City Council remains committed to openness, accountability, and ensuring that growth is managed fairly for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
The government of Belize officially launched consultations for the development of the National Identification Bill. This initiative aims to establish a secure legal framework for identifying, management, and safeguarding personal data. GOB says it will also help in improving access to public services, financial systems, and social protection programs, while also strengthening national security and digital transformation across all sectors. Tuesday's session saw both government stakeholders, the general public, as well as academia and the private sector coming together to engage in constructive dialogue on the development of this framework. Following the previous session, which was held on Tuesday, February 3rd, additional consultations, engagements, and awareness are scheduled to occur within the coming weeks. Earlier today, San Pedro Town welcomed the latest addition to its community, an artisans market where locals can showcase their craft. The market, located on Nurse Shark Street, was made possible through funding from the Belize Tourism Board. It provides a vibrant space for local artisans and small businesses to succeed, while offering residents and visitors an authentic Belizean experience. At the ribbon-cutting ceremony was the Minister of Tourism, Youth, Sports and Diaspora, Honorable Anthony Mahler, who spoke about the potential that community development projects like this have for Belize's tourism industry and local communities.
Far too often, if you look across San Pedro, Placencia, Hopkins, all over the place, far too many of these structures, garbage all over the place. We can't continue to operate at a high level and having those type of experiences for ourselves, for the communities, for visitors, and for Belizeans who want to come and enjoy San Pedro and Burgess Key. I will say this, both San Pedro and Kikaka are responsible for 70% of the tourism revenues and the inflows of people coming into the country. It is these two islands are too important for our country, for these islands themselves, the people who live here, and the populations have grown significantly over the last 20 years. We understand that there is need for more investments into San Pedro, Kikaka, and all other tourism communities. And so some of the things that we're working on, the Secret Beach Road, trying to upgrade the beach out there and put some level of organization. Again, Secret Beach is too important for us not to get it right. And there are so many issues out there that we need to address and improve on. And so that's one of our priorities. The cleanup of the entire island. This field right here, we have a huge project for it. The relocation of the border management from day one, this facility has been misplaced. The draft is too shallow for boats to come in, for many boats. And so we're looking at other options on relocating that. I strongly believe if we have a first-class marina in San Pedro, we can get a lot of yachting, or a lot of yachts to come into this area of the country. And then we've been talking about it, and the Prime Minister has been talking about it, the Northern Burgess Airport and some upgrades to the roads and total upliftment of the North and Burgess area. These projects that we've been working on all over the country have been focused on how, one project at a time, we can improve the tourism product so that our people can be a part of the tourism industry, and so that our guests, whether Belizeans, regional, international, can come and have a world-class visitor experience. We have a truly long way to go, but I have hope as we look at the numbers coming in. January again was a record-breaking month, and so compared to January last year, marginally, but still we did better than what we did last year, which was the highest on record. And so I have hope in terms of where we're going. I have belief in the partnership that we have with the City Council and with the area rep and with the communities, and we will continue to strive to do our part in improving the product, improving the visitor experience.
That's very good exposure for the local artisans on the island. Happy for them. And that brings us to the end of our newscast for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to Plus News. And be sure to join us here again tomorrow evening when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country. Until then, do have yourselves a safe night, get some rest, and we'll see you again tomorrow. God bless. Take care.